Welcome back, guys. How was your game week? I know a lot of you would just be really angry right now, especially with Ronaldo, or shall I say with Lukaku, or most of you captained these guys and they did not perform. And I'm actually smiling. I love my team right now. I didn't get up to, I projected myself to get at least 70 points this game week, but I didn't get up to that. But if you look at the average point, you would see that at least I'm way above the average point and I've moved really high in the game week rank so far. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. It's the FPL Pundit here, and in this video we are going to be looking at Kneejerk. I'm going to be reacting to the game week, and also we're going to be doing the team review for game week 6. So we're going into game week 7. We have just one match left to go, and that's Crystal Palace playing against Brighton. So before that, let's look through what have happened so far in the game week. So we're going to start with my team. I got a total of 52 points. The average point was 38. The highest point so far is 109. My game week rank is 960,000 of 8 million players for this game week. That is actually a significant improvement from the past game weeks I've had. If you look at game week 5, the game week rank was 1.3 million. Game week 4, 3.1 million. Game week 3, 1.8 million. Game week 2 was even the worst, 5.8 million, and game week 1, 3.2 million. So despite not scoring, this is like one of my second lowest score this season so far. This is my second lowest score this season so far. But if you look at the way other managers performed to the way I performed, I would see that is a lot of significant improvement for my team. And my overall points is 354. My overall rank is 1.9 million, so I'm in the top 1.9 million in the Fantasy Premier League. So let's quickly look at my team, and I was able to come up with 52 points. So I still have 2 players left to play. That's Guaita of Crystal Palace and Gallagher. So Gallagher is a new player I brought into my team. He has not played yet. We'll be waiting till tomorrow for that. Looking at other players, Alonso just scored 1 point. Walker scored 7 points. We knew how that match went against Chelsea. Manchester City beat Chelsea 1-0, and Walker was able to get clean sheets. And Matip couldn't get clean sheets. He was down. Son scored, so that's 7 points to Son. Salah scored also. That's 7 points to him. Benrahma didn't score. He didn't do anything in the match, so it's just 3 points. Antonio, who was my captain, best decisions I made so far in the Premier League, in the Fantasy Premier League, and also was my captain, gave me 16 points. 16 clean points. Lukaku blanked. He was my captain in the previous game week. That's why I could have even gone past this. And Jimenez finally is ready to pay his dues. He still owes me some points. I took 4 points in to sign Jimenez. So this is 8 points he has given me so far. And this is just the beginning. I'm going to be keeping Jimenez for a long period of time. Probably for the next 2 or 3 game weeks. So looking at my bench, I have Raya, Tsimikas, Bissouma, and Pinnock. Why did I keep Pinnock on the bench? I would kind of say, although almost nobody expected the way Liverpool-Brentford match should have gone that way, but still, I think from getting forward, I've learned my lesson. When I have 2 players and they're playing against each other, especially when they are defenders, I'll try as much as possible to make sure 2 of them are in the lineup in case the game, goes in favor of one of them. And that was exactly what happened with Alonso and Walker and Matip and Pinnock. Alonso couldn't get clean sheets, meaning Walker got clean sheets. So that made up for, you understand? Then Matip and Pinnock both players didn't get clean sheet, but Pinnock was able to pull a goal past Liverpool's net, and that was how he was able to come up with 7 points. Now imagine if he had been in my lineup, I would have had 57 points and still having 2 players left to play. So I can't complain actually. I'm actually okay with how my game week went. But let's overall quickly look at all the matches from the game week and compare it with my team. So the first match was Chelsea Manchester City. This match was crazy. This match was really crazy. The only goal that came from that match was from Gabriel Jesus. Cancelo was able to get 3 bonus points, and I don't know, I'm starting to think of getting in Cancelo, but I think I'm okay with Walker. Walker is cheaper, 5.5 million. Eventually Walker is going to be able to get assist or goals too. Cancelo got 1 assist and plus clean sheet points, so that's what happened with Cancelo. So moving on, I didn't have any Manchester United player, and I was this close. I was this close to signing Ronaldo, but when I thought about it again, I was like, okay, if I sign Ronaldo now, what's going to happen to Jimenez? Jimenez still owes me points, so I think I'll just keep Jimenez. And looking at Ronaldo's fixtures ahead too was one of the things that discouraged me from signing Ronaldo, because I already had the funds to sign Ronaldo. I just 9 minutes didn't sign Ronaldo anymore. So the only player I took out from my team was Traore and brought in Gallagher, and I think that actually was awesome, because Traore didn't start the match for Wolves. He only came on later in the match and still didn't do anything. So if I had kept him, it was the best. I think that's the best decision I made for the game week. So Manchester United was not able to get a goal. Ronaldo blanked, and I think this is the main reason why a lot of managers were down this game week, and I wasn't caught up in Manchester United's mess. And thank God I didn't out of subjectivity or out of sentiment buy Ronaldo, because everyone was buying him. And okay, let's move on. We have Everton. Everton was really impressive also. Goals from Doucouré and Townsend, and these were the two players I mentioned in my watch list for game week 6. I mentioned these two players in my watch list for game week 6. I mentioned Doucouré, I mentioned Townsend, and these guys dropped goals. But the funny thing is just that I didn't even buy any of them to my team. I didn't bring any of them to my team, but it's still okay. I have Gallagher, and hopefully he's able to drop 1 or 2 goals or some cool points to boost my ranks higher. Leeds and West Ham United, I was expecting this match to have had more goals than this. Actually 3 goals is not actually bad, but Leeds kind of disappointed me. I was expecting them to score, but without their points man, I said it too that they are really going to miss Bamford. Without their points man, it's going to be a problem for them, and I was tipping West Ham to at least come out with a win from this one, and which actually happened. Antonio scored, and Antonio also got complete 3 bonus points. This actually boosted his overall score and making him my captain. He got 8 points, making him my captain. That's 16 points. And Rafinha too was one player I mentioned in my subsequent previous videos where I talked about watching as well. I'm actually a genius. I'm a genius, guys. I'm giving players, and most times, like 80% of the time, these players come and just perform in time. And I think I have to start taking my own advice too, because if you look at my team, most of the players I do mention for the watch list, some of them don't make it to my team. It's not because I actually don't want them in my team, it's just because the video is not about me, it's about you guys. I'm making it for you. I'm trying to help you make your team better. I think another disappointing match was Leicester City against Burnley. Leicester City against Burnley match was really crazy. Leicester City, I just think goals from Vardy were just what was able to help them get a draw. They were still not able to beat Burnley after I'd expected them to like put up a good performance. So that's a very bad performance against them. Watford Newcastle match too was, I was expecting this. It was likely to be a draw for me. I was expecting these goals from Malang Sarr again, and we're seeing Maximin with the assist. So Maximin didn't score this game week, but he assisted. That was actually really cool. Moving on, I have Brentford and Liverpool. This match was, I would say this is the craziest match of the game week, because I remember watching this game up till halftime. I didn't watch the second half. At halftime it was just 1-1, and all of a sudden I just started seeing notifications of goals banging in from both sides, and Salah was just able to get 1 goal. I'm actually happy about this. He wasn't my captain, so a lot of people, if Ronaldo was the most captain, definitely Salah would be the second most captain. So thank God he didn't get many goals other than just 1 goal. We got goals. Other goals came from Jota and Jones. There's not much for me to say about Brentford Liverpool's match, but it was one hell of a match. The match was, I'm still going to go back to watch the highlights to see how it went, because I was only able to watch the first half, and based on what I watched in first half, guys, I said something about Brentford before. I said you should start avoiding Brentford players because of the fixtures they have ahead, but with this performance they've been able to put up against Liverpool, I think Brentford is actually a team that can survive in your FPL for long term, for long. So you can start ignoring the fixture difficulty ranking and keep at least 1 or 2 players from Brentford in your team. They really performed beyond my expectation, and that's actually impressive. So the matches from today too went well. Wolves beat Southampton 1-0, and I had a Wolves player, that's Jimenez, the only goal that came from the match, and it looks like Jimenez also got 3 bonus points full from Jimenez, and that's actually impressive. Moving on, that's impressive. Finally, Arsenal Spurs. I don't have any player from Arsenal, but you know, I showed you Son the other time. Son was the only player that gave me a goal. Assist came from Reguilon. That's impressive. That's that about Arsenal and Spurs. Don't really have much to say about that. There are more interesting things I'm going to be talking about, so I just really want to review the game week, talk about what's really going on in the FPL, and going into game week 7, what to expect. So one match to go, Crystal Palace Brentford, and hopefully Gallagher was just able to, you know, boost my ranks higher. So okay, that's that, guys, about my team review. And before we end this video, let's quickly look at what is going on in the FPL so far for game week 6. So game week 6, the highest point so far is 109. Like I said before, the average point was 38. 30 million transfers were made, and the most transferred in player this game week was Antonio. This is actually impressive. Yes, it's impressive. Yes, I think a lot of managers are beginning to, you know, they are paying more attention to this fantasy Premier League of a thing, other than just watch football and just play for playing sake. A lot of people are more conscious and more intentional about what they do in fantasy Premier League. 308,000 wildcards were played, and the most captain for the game week was Ronaldo, and he blanked. That's why I think I'm able to really go high this game week. So this is really impressive. And let's look at the top performers for the game week. The top performers for the game week, we see Sarr, the goalkeeper of Wolves. The current goalkeeper of Wolves got 14 points. I think he got an assist. Yeah, that's the guy that got an assist. That was impressive from Sarr. Top performer for the game week again, this game week, is House. I think that's his name, House. Another Aston Villa defender. I think this guy played his debut. Okay, maybe not his debut, but his first match this season yesterday against Manchester United, and he was able to get a goal and clean sheet against them. So now for 2 straight game weeks now, we've seen that Aston Villa defenders has been the kings of the game week. Looking at it here, looking at the last game week was Cash, and now today we have House. Alonso, Cancelo was also one of the highest performers for the game week, scoring 12 points. Michael Keane 8 points. Saka, Smith Rowe, Doucouré 11 points from Doucouré. Wow, this is impressive. Why don't I still have Doucouré up till now? And the Townsend got 10 points. Now, this is something interesting coming about Arne Townsend. He's a penalty taker, and I think I'm even going to add him again to my watch list for game week 7. The fact that he's a penalty taker gives him an advantage, or should I say an edge rather, over many other players. And at 5.5 million, well, we're going to talk about that when I'm talking about my watch list tomorrow. So Vardy got 11 points. I think he scored 2 goals. That's impressive. And St. Maximi again scored 8 points, 3 bonus points, and probably assist to something. So those are the best top performers for game week 6, and I think this is what the game week 6 team of the week looks like. So 3-5-2 formation: Doucouré, Smith Rowe, Saka, Janelt, and the Townsend. House, Cancelo, Michael Keane up at the back. Striking, we have Vardy and St. Maximin. So this is what the game week looks like, and that's kind of really impressive. So now what I'm managing, since the game week is about to end, because we still have 1 match left to go, and I think for some managers, for most managers, the game week has ended already, except for those of us who still have one fixture ahead. When I got on this page, I saw that the most transferred in player currently is Sarr, followed by Antonio, Alonso, Rudiger, and Lukaku. So now that means among the top 5 most transferred in players so far since after game week 6, 3 are Chelsea players. So why is this happening? Why is it that a lot of managers are now transferring in Chelsea players? So I went in to check one of the fixtures ahead of the players, and I saw that Chelsea's fixtures ahead are very interesting. I think this is the main reason why a lot of managers are going in for Chelsea players now. From game week 7 down to game week 12, Chelsea has one sweet easy ride before they finally face Manchester United in game week 13. So the next people that are going to be playing is Southampton, then they play Brentford, then they play Norwich, Newcastle, and Burnley. So this is the main reason why a lot of managers are transferring in Chelsea players, and I think I've been saying this since the previous game week that I want to have at least 2 Chelsea defenders in my squad, and I think this is the time where I have to make a transfer to bring in a second Chelsea defender, because I have Alonso already. Chelsea is having some sweet fixtures ahead And in my watch list video or my transfer video, I'm going to talk more about transfers and what you guys should do ahead of game week 7 and beyond. So that is the top most transferred out player. We have Luke Shaw is the top most transferred out player currently. Ferran Torres of Manchester City again. A lot of managers I think will really be angry with Pep Guardiola for this, because I think for like 2 matches now he hasn't played. So more managers are transferring him out. The third most transferred player is Fernandes. This is really expected, because after I missed that penalty, it's just obvious that managers will just be angry and just take him out of the team. Bamford is actually the fourth most transferred out player, and this is because Bamford is injured. And wow, about 5, Ronaldo is like the 5th most transferred out player, transferred by 69,000 managers. This is really crazy. Why are people transferring out Ronaldo? I think it's because, wow, okay, the fixture difficulty ranking ahead is, I think to an extent, Ronaldo is going to be fixture proof. So irrespective of the fixtures ahead, I don't really think he's going to be affected. He's grown into that top player that any fixture is going to seem easy for him. But of course, it still depends on the teammates he's playing with. He's not just going to play the whole field. So let's just see how the game week goes. So without wasting much of your time, I think that's all for the game, for my Kneejerk and team review for game week 6. So looking into game week 7, I'm going to come back tomorrow and we're going to be talking about the players you should transfer in ahead of game week 7, and we'll talk about the watch list players too. So guys, stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification icon, like this video guys, please give it a thumbs up. I'm really going to appreciate, because it's going to help the algorithm recommend my videos to other viewers who aren't subscribed to my channel yet or who hasn't seen my video guys. So I think that'll be all for tonight. Until tomorrow guys, so have a blessed week guys. Peace.